There are so many complications that come in grief and in your journey. And one of the difficulties that comes up so quickly in so many situations is, how do we help people struggling with memory loss or dementia to experience grief? Is it our task, as some think, to help people understand that they've lost a loved one? How do we do that? What's the appropriate way? You will discover that everybody's got a solution. May we share with you what has been working in recent years for so many dealing with loved ones trying to experience grief in their state of memory loss or dementia. To give a brief understanding, years ago, when I, as a younger pastor, would go into memory units, the first thing you'd see on the wall is something about, this is today's date, this is what's happening in your world around you. What we discovered was that none of the residents remembered anything because none of them cared to remember anything. The marvel about working with people in dementia is, let them develop their own places to be, their own times to be, that we will enter into the times that they feel most comfortable. Now, there's different levels of dementia. There's that very serious level where people do not have the cognitive skills to be able to put 5 words together. If you're dealing with a loved one in that situation, understand you're going to have very little that you can do to help that person through their grief loss, mostly because they don't even understand what has happened. But there are others who have that ability to wonder, what happened to my partner? I don't see them anymore. Or what happened to my son or daughter? I don't hear about them anymore. What you'll discover is that so many of them in this situation will have already found a way to deal with that loss. And you simply help them in the territory they're comfortable with. For example, a spouse may say, my husband's gone. He's off to work. He'll be coming home soon. Or, my son is working off in another area. He'll come by to see me. My wife, yeah, she's out shopping, but she'll be back when she's ready. It is not our task to bring these people into reality. They have found a very comfortable place to deal with their grief. Empower them in their journey and help them to understand what it means for them to deal with loss. And you know, there's so many out there that have so many solutions, but they're dealing with old school grief and loss of reality. Let's help those who are really struggling with loss to be able to find their levels of comfort. There is no right or wrong in dealing with grief journey, especially in memory loss. What we want to do is empower people to grieve in the way that is most useful for them. God bless you as you do so.